gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Paranormal Bus Stop, where we talk about all things paranormal in a round table format, featuring Ashley Storm, Cynthia Gerolius, Shay Carroll, and myself, Darren Buss. Welcome to the show. Let's have some fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's final episode of Season 1. So tonight we're going to be talking about spiritual card reading. And tonight we have Cynthia, Ashley, and Shay along for a ride. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I was thrown off by the you giving us a ride thing.
What? What did I miss?
Darren's taking us for a ride.
It's a bumpy
one. Oh, Lord. I was going to say, if anybody's taking us for a ride, it's probably me, because I'm on my way home.
Yes, we should probably say that. Cynthia is driving in the car on her way home, just so everybody is clear.
Right.
In case something happens.
Yeah, in case something happens, then I lose everybody.
Yeah.
So, is there any
okay.
Any announcements you guys want to start off with before we get on tonight's show?
Yeah, I don't like any of you.
Oh, we've known that for a long time.
Don't have to like you if I love you.
That's right.
Shay.
No, I am feeling a bit grumpy, but I'm not going to take it out on y'all. I just don't like not feeling good.
Yeah, I'm faking as much energy as I can, guys, so.
Well, I just got done sending somebody to the hospital, so.
What'd you do to him?
It wasn't me.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it wasn't me, it was them.
Yeah, I've been home since 8 o'clock this morning.
What'd you do?
My kid is homesick.
Mm.
It's not the girl, it's the boy now.
Oh, fine.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
You just can't catch a break, can you?
Nope. I told my boss today, I says, all my vacation's going to be gone by the time I want to go do something because my kids have taken it all.
Yep.
Luckily for me, I got 5 weeks of vacation.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it took 20 years to get to it.
I was going to say, damn, I only have 2 weeks. I'm a little jealous now.
Well, don't be. It took 10 years to get a week in between 20.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I went up to 2 after 5 years.
Yeah. So, let's cut right into the chase here. So what are spiritual cards to begin with?
What kind of spiritual cards do you mean, though? Because there are tarot cards, there are angel cards, and then there are oracle cards. There are like 3 different categories of...
I was going to say, I think he wants to know all of the above, Ash.
A very long time ago in a land far, far away.
And just for those who are new to listening to this show, that's what the basic questions.
You mean generic, like covers everything?
Yep.
Yep.
For the basic listener that wants to know.
She just called you basic.
That's okay.
Basic bitches.
The tarot cards were 1791, I believe, 1790 something. And that was Jean-Baptiste Alliot. He was a Frenchman, and he did a bunch of occult stuff, and he actually used them. They used them as, like, playing cards. They weren't even, like, spiritual as we think of them now. They were more for just kind of show and it being, like, magic more than anything, the occult, the divination tool. I don't know about oracle or angel cards, though. I just know that about tarot cards.
Oracle cards are more recent. I know that. I don't remember what year, but I know they're more recent.
What's more head-on, like pinpoint accuracy, do you feel?
What? It depends on what you're looking for.
Right.
I mean, if you're wanting to delve into specifics and delve into more of the specific aspects of your life, then you'll want to go tarot, because tarot,
it's more about asking the questions instead of just being led somewhere by, like, your spirit guides and stuff.
Right. Oracle is more of a daily advice, to where tarot is a little more in depth.
And you can choose, like, which spreads. You can choose how in depth you want to go. You have a lot more range with tarot. You can also use oracle cards in tarot readings to, like, kind of amplify what you're getting, like using that person's spirit guide and what you're tapping into by doing tarot readings for them. I don't like doing it. It's too much energy for me.
I love tarot reading.
No, I mean, like, doing oracle with the tarot, like using it to, like, amplify. And I only learned that a few years ago and tried it once, and I was like, no, I'm good. It was really weird feeling afterwards, like more draining.
What do you think?
Me? I think they're pretty. I know nothing about readings. I honestly don't. So I'll put in my 2 cents here and there, but yeah, I think they're pretty.
Have you ever gotten a reading that you, like, found accurate? Any of you?
I will not allow
Obviously,
anybody to read me. I don't get readings.
Okay, what about you, Darren?
I've had a few done.
Do you find them to be accurate?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes they're point on. Sometimes that things happen down the road that they don't necessarily happen right away, but like maybe 6 months down the road, like, oh wait, this is coming for tuition that, they have told me this, or Cynthia's told me that, and it's happened 6 months down the road. So yeah, I believe it's good, helpful. A lot of insight.
I am pretty picky with who I have read me, so I mean, I've had a couple and they've been good, but as for complete accuracy, no.
Okay. So
I mean, I've had a couple that have resonated, but not 100% spot on.
what about you, Ashley? How many people read you yet?
I'm the same way with Shay. I don't let people read me. I'm the type of person, like, I also don't like doing readings for other people. Like, I can do it, but I'm very picky with whom I do it for and why I do it. Like, if people just want to know, like, how do I find the person I'm going to end up with or blah, 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 I'm like, no. Because you can give them certain, like, cues or things to look for, but then people focus so hard on that one thing that they pass up all the other routes that they were supposed to take to get to their true point of like their true destination. So it's too much. You should never wield somebody else's fate like that. And like asking for like guidance from angel cards, or even just in tarot, asking someone's spirit guides to give them like messages, that's fine, but I don't ever get more in depth than that, and I won't let anybody do it for me either, because I feel like I'd be the same way. Somebody would tell me like I'm supposed to be doing this, that, and the third, so I'd be focused so hard on that end goal that I miss everything on the way to it and don't end up in the right place.
So you're saying you and Shay might be afraid of more like
it's not afraid. I know
exposure that they don't want anyone to know.
No,
it's just not being afraid. It's you don't want.
Yeah.
Fate is.
You don't
fate.
want to steer
like,
somebody wrong.
Yeah, you're not, and you're also not supposed to you're not supposed to know what happens. That deters you from your natural path of actions to get to point A to point B. Like, you're not supposed to know those things in between. Getting spiritual guide advice is completely different than somebody being like, oh, well, I see out of torment and despair and like downfall, and then the only reason that ended up coming true was because you were so focused on that happening that you brought it on yourself. Because people, you don't know how somebody else's power works.
Right.
There's a bunch of different types of different readings that you can do with tarot, and way that it's all about the way the person reads a card. Not everyone reads it the same exact way. I've never seen anyone read it the same exact way as another person.
Mine is, just for the record, it's not a matter of what other people might find out, or I'm just a private person in the form of, I've known you guys for years, and I don't even talk to you about feelings and emotions and that type of stuff. I'm very guarded, and I like to keep it to myself, whether that goes for psychic readings without the cards too. I'm the same way. That's just me.
And with my readings, I mean, I do a lot of one card pulls and stuff on the Raven Rose channel, but those are more like a broad. They're more general. I will do readings for people. Like, I will go in depth, 9-card pull on tarot and everything, but 90% of the time when I do tarot readings for other people, and it's something that they are desperately wanting done, it's because there is a very severe situation in their life and they need a little bit of guidance. I don't, and with me, when I do my readings, I always end up coming off with, first and foremost, these are not set in stone. Yeah. You control your own destiny. You control your own future. This is just what is there right now. Mm-hmm. Right. And so I don't ever say that, if I pull a card and it's a death card, you're going to die. Because that's not how it is. Most of the time it means just change or like a rebirth of some sort. Yeah. Yep, exactly. So and there's a lot of readers that don't do that. There's a lot of readers that'll take a person's money and go, this is the way it is and this is what you have to do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they will take a person for a ride.
So in some ways they could be harmful.
Yes. It can be very harmful.
Yeah. Especially when, like I said, it all depends on who's doing the reading. There are some people who, one, don't even really have the gift, so they're just pulling wildly out of their ass and then translating however they want. And for people who can't tell the difference between somebody who can genuinely do it and someone who's fake, that's so dangerous. Because, again, you're messing with someone's life. You're hindering the way that they're living, and then you're also changing their perception of everything, and you're not even right about it. That's what bothers me the most, and that's also why I stopped doing them when I first started. I was probably like 20, 21, and I stopped because it's not always good shit that comes through. It's not always good stuff, and I don't like being the bearer of bad news. So I stopped doing it because I was like, people want to know, say they want to know these things, but then when you actually tell them or bring that truth to them, their reaction is very untoward, to say the very least.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't handle how people are going to react to it, so I just don't do it. Because you want the truth, and when you get the truth, it's like, well, that's not what I wanted. Well, that's that's what you get. That's what's in front of you. Like, I'm not going to lie to placate you, make you feel better about it.
So that's one thing I don't ever do. I don't ever sugarcoat.
Yeah.
So
I don't ever sugarcoat.
You hold it back?
What? Do I hold it back?
Yeah, like if something is like really detrimental in their line of a reading, would you hold it back, say, okay, well, this is telling me that they might have, developed cancer or you lose a loved one? Do you hold that back so they don't expect something like that?
Okay, so with me,
that's why.
Here's the thing. Yeah, with me, here's the thing. If I'm doing a reading for somebody and they want to know, and they have told me that they 100% want to know, then no, I'm not going to lie to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to hold back what I'm told. But I will not bring it out into the forefront unless I am asked and told I want to know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't want to know and you go and dump something like that on them.
But, okay, I have a question, Cynthia. Ashley says she doesn't do them anymore, so this is the only reason why I'm directing it towards you.
That's fine.
But what if you're wrong? And what if they say, I want to know everything? Like, do you tell them up front, like, even the best psychic or the best card reader isn't always right?
Oh, yes.
Like, because what if you say, you are going to have cancer? I wonder about that when I see it done on TV and stuff. What if you tell somebody, you're going to get sick and you're wrong, and they go and rob a bank so they can have a good week before they die?
That's one way to look at it.
I'm just saying, I ask it funny because...
It's a legit question. It really is. It's a legit question. And with me, I always make the disclaimer that, again, this is not set in stone. What these cards tell me, if for the future divination part of it, what these cards tell me is not set in stone. You write your own destiny. If these cards tell me something, I may be off.
Right.
I will straight come out and say it. I may be wrong, and they may they may not steer me in the direction that they need, that it needs to be read correctly. Yep. I may misinterpret things, and if I do apologize. I'm not perfect. No psychic is perfect, and if they claim to be, they're lying.
Yeah.
So, I always come out with a disclaimer that, some of these things may not come to pass, but it's something that could possibly if you continue in the direction that you're going.
Right.
Yep.
Does anybody in chat have anything to say or want to know about?
I forgot about those motherfuckers in chat. What's up, motherfuckers in chat?
What's up, motherfuckers? You guys say at least like 8 times during the show,
At least.
We really haven't cursed much. It's been weird.
We're very low energy. You can tell because we're not.
Oh
swearing.
yeah, we're not.
We're very mellow.
I wasn't so before the show.
Not quite as hyper tonight.
Matt said Shay has weird fetishes. What kind? I know you like to hear 50 Shades of Grey, Red and Sesame Street character voices.
Because I do. We'll do that. The season finale, we'll have to end it that way again. But that's because my friend Jennifer came into chat, so I yelled chicken fucker. It's supposed to be chicken fucker, I love you, or I still love you, and, it's a whole thing, but Allison was like, Sha, what the fuck? So.
Oh my gosh, wait, speaking of the cacao, okay, so the last tour that I had come through in October, the last like haunted history flashlight tour thing that I had in October at the asylum, I always, at the end of it, I would let them do 15 minutes of free roam, right? And so I've told you guys before, because I do this to everyone, no matter who comes in, if a group needs me, and I don't have my radios on or something, especially like when we're doing like public events where I don't have radios for everyone, I always tell them just yell caw caw as loud as you can, and I'll go tucky tucky, and we'll keep doing it until we can find each other with sound, right? So nobody's ever done the caw before. Right?
Oh, I would.
So I'm sitting up in the front.
I so would.
To be finished, and I hear caw, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's like a panicked caw. So I'm like running to the back going tucky. And the cacaw stopped, and I'm like, oh shit, like,
you lost one.
Get them? Holy fuck. So, because they're like back in the haunted house part where it gets like, it's real fucking heavy back there. And then all of a sudden you just hear cacaw. And I go back into the room, and this dude and his girlfriend are like sitting in the corner, and they're like, we just saw someone walk right there, and there's no one else back here behind us. Can you take us out of here? And I was like, yeah. And I go, who did the first cacaw? She goes, me, I got scared. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, who did the second cacaw? She goes, me, I was embarrassed at how loud the first ones were. And I was like, fuck yeah, somebody finally cacawed. Woohoo!
Yes,
that's awesome.
That is great.
So cool.
So, moving on. This one's more for, anyone really can answer this one, Cynthia and Ashley, because Shay doesn't do them. How do you start doing a card reading session?
You shuffle the cards.
How does it all come about?
I know that one. You shuffle the cards.
Very good.
All right. Next.
It depends on everyone, because everyone has like a different way of doing it. So, like, I set up my altar space, I clear it, I make sure that everything is like, and my energy, I had to always make sure that I'm grounded and cleansed before I do it, because when I bring my energy into a reading, I'll start getting stuff for me. Like, I'm not trying to pull for me, but stuff keeps coming out like, directed at me. So I always make sure I leave my energy at the door, cleanse it, ground myself, cleanse my altar space, and cleanse my home before and after the readings. And then shuffling. But this is the most interesting thing, is that not everybody shuffles the same way. Everyone has a completely different way of doing it. It's very unique. Like, everyone has their own way that their spirit guides talk to them, or whatever it is that makes you know how many times to shuffle. Or it's like, sometimes I get numbers. Like, that's just how many times I'm supposed to keep shuffling through. Sometimes I get the feeling of I don't need to shuffle in the traditional sense. I'll just like mix them up a bit and then spread them out and start pulling from certain places, because that's just what I'm getting to do. Everyone is different.
Do you have a TikTok, Ashley?
I don't.
Okay. So this kills me every time that I scroll through my TikTok pages and I see these people pulling cards and doing these general readings, on their TikToks. And they're shuffling and they're making all of these cards fly out. And, oh, look at this. I got this one and this one and this one. Yeah, that's because you're shuffling and you basically threw them out of the deck. It drives me insane, because it's like, really? Seriously? You're going to say that jumped out at you when I saw your thumb flip it up?
It's 52
That's
cards.
also the generation that ate Tide Pods, so I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, touche. Touche.
They're not
So
the smartest.
No, They're not. And it kills me because they're like, take what resonates with you and, leave what doesn't and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, yes, take what resonates with you. But don't sit there and say you have to follow me, like my post, and comment on it for it to be able to be claimed. Yeah, no.
Wait, what? That's not how that works.
Like that's how they think it works. If you want this to come true, like, follow, and share. And it's like, no.
Or they're going to take back their energy,
Apparently.
their reading,
Apparently.
their what? They're going to cut that umbilical cord? I don't get it.
I don't have a clue, trust me. I've been trying to figure this out on, so what, if I just scroll past you, are you going to, like, curse me and screw my life up, or what?
Oh, they can do that on TikTok? Holy shit. I got to delete my account.
Oh, honey, this is the funniest thing, and then let us get back to the whole tarot thing. But the whole quote-unquote witch talk community that's out there, they call it witch talk. It's a thing. There's all of these newbie witches.
I thought you were saying witch cock. I was like, what?
No.
You got my attention.
Witch talk.
Look at that. Another one of Shay's fetishes. Technically,
And
wizard cock, Shay. But it's whatever.
Anyway. So there's all of these newbie witches on there that are teaching other newbie witches how to hex on TikTok.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
And I'm sitting here going, y'all don't know what karma is, do you?
Right, or the threefold rule, like, hello, if you're actually, like, any type of, like, it doesn't matter really what type of practice
No.
you do when it comes down to, quote-unquote, witchcraft, but the whole threefold law in every single, it's fucking stupid.
Jennifer said that would be a warlock.
A warlock? Warlock cock.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy. Woo-hoo. And it rhymes.
Sorry.
It's more fun.
Between the chat and the new backgrounds on Skype, I'm having trouble concentrating.
Yeah, you are making this difficult,
Did you see?
I am.
I had us in the aquarium, but it looked like we were drowning. So. All right.
Now we're in a video game.
We're not far off.
There we go. All right.
So, with the next question, Cynthia and Ashley. So, how do you know when a deck is actually calling out for you, and how many? Like, if you have so many decks, like with all the cards, like, can you pull from each deck that like be calling from you, or is it just like you take one deck at a time, sort of deal?
Again, I think it kind of depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because
you just like, oh man, I went to the store and this deck was calling off me, and that
okay.
off me, and I wasn't sure what the flow.
So you got to remember, with me, honey, you're talking to a tarot card addict. I will freely admit, hi, my name is Cynthia. I am a tarot card addict. There is no Cards Anonymous for this. But I don't.
Get, like, warm or really cold when you go into
I get tingles.
Tingles, okay.
Yeah, I get tingles because the energy from the deck mixes with mine, and if it's decent, I'll get tingles.
What about you, Ashley?
I don't think she was finished. Were you finished?
Fairly, I was going to say, but as for pulling from different decks and stuff at the same time, I try not to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
because
I don't have mixed decks.
Yeah, not all decks are the same. There's all kinds of different tarot card decks, and a lot of the decks that have the same, the cards generally are all the same, but the meanings behind the decks are a little different. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't like to mix decks when I pull cards. But I mean, yes, you can. It is possible. Mm-hmm.
But you look like a dumbass. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
I don't mix decks, and I only have 2 because I don't even. So I read all the time, but only for certain people. Like there's one person that I read for almost every single week. In certain situations for these people that I'll read for and stuff like that. But I don't want to get to the point where I am that person that has like 70 decks and whatnot, because then I'll end up being that lady who moved into like the north wing of the end of the asylum. And, I'm going to give myself until I'm like 50 years old.
Wow, I feel like called out.
That in depth with it. No, I'm going to take it like a billion times crazier than you. Like, I'm going to make you look normal as fuck with what I plan to do with my life, with the weird shit.
Can you guys excuse me for a minute? I have to tuck my dog in so she stops crying and growling at me.
Yes, dear.
Thank you.
But I don't ever cross them. Because I only have the Moonlight deck, and then the Wraith Tarot, the original Wraith Rider deck.
Rider-Waite deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, like I was saying with mine, I have several different tarot decks, and I have like the Ghost Tarot. I was gifted the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot,
which is an unicorn one, or the one that was like positive shit to say or something like that. There were funny cards.
Oh, those are my Rebel deck. Yeah,
that's what it was.
That's an actual Oracle deck. That's not a tarot deck.
That was.
But I love that. Oh my god, I love that deck because I have been called out by that deck so many frickin' times. It's not even funny. I bet you, if I was to go and grab it and start shuffling it now, it would probably tell me to quit whining again.
No, it'd be kind of funny if there's like a Children's on the Corn deck or something.
Oh, there probably is. I'm not lying. There probably is. You can find. I mean,
anything
they have.
They have Nightmare Before Christmas ones. They have. They have.
Labyrinth.
They had a Coraline deck I saw.
Yeah, they have Labyrinth.
Fires.
Yeah, they have a Halloween deck.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they do. They have, if you can think of it, I bet you there's a tarot deck for it.
Especially if you search it on Amazon. I'm sure you can find it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be searching for all kinds of dirty tarot cards tonight now.
And make sure you guys search for decks, not decks.
Oh, okay. I gotta make sure my typing is good.
Tarot deck.
But it's also her accent. The way she says decks, so it kind of sounds like deck.
You should see when I try to use the voice thing to send like long messages to my daughter. I just talk and it types it for me. Nope, forget
it. See, I bet it would have spelled that Fagetit. Forget it.
Yep.
Yeah. Forget about it.
I get it.
Forget about it. But yeah, I mean, it's if you can imagine it, there's probably a tarot deck for it.
Jeez. I'm glad I don't have that addiction.
Or an addiction.
No, yeah, we could do that joke for everything.
All right, so when you guys give a reading, and how do they know that you are on the right path and it's the correct path?
Wait, say that again because I was just looking at the comments. Sorry.
So when you give somebody a reading and that how do you know that they're on the right path and it's the correct path to take?
Again, it's all in how the person takes the reading.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they can be on a certain path and the cards can say that they're not on the right path, and Darren just disappeared. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
The cards can say that you're not on the right path that it thinks that you should be on. But again, you have to put that disclaimer of, this is what this reading says. This is not set in stone. You can take it as you will, and you can change it as you will with your day-to-day, actions.
So it could be kind of like a ripple effect.
Kind of.
Right.
I mean, because truthfully, there's no correct path. There's no incorrect path to be on, Life is a learning game, and that's the way it always has been. And this is just kind of like something to guide you along that path.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't something that tells you that this is how you have to live your life, because it can tell you that this is how you have to live your life, and you can choose not to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the most part, especially when you're doing readings for people who have direct questions about stuff, they already have it in their mind what they want answered, or like the issue that they're struggling with. And so that guidance gives them that either reassurance or that warning to go forward or to change their actions, but not necessarily change their path entirely. Like, it's hard, but basically what she said, and it does range on who does it, because there are some people who will try and get to the point where they try and get you to like sell you their house and all of your cars, because giving up all of your earthly possessions is what's gonna make you be the ultimate person. Like, just some crazy shit like that. But yeah, it all just depends on everyone. I think that's why I love it so much, and I also hate it so much, because there are so many people out there who don't genuinely have the gift to do it, that they hurt so many people along the way. And now that Cynthia said like the thing about TikTok, if there are just people out there first of all, if you're listening to somebody who has a TikTok channel like that, like, not saying that everyone who has a TikTok channel is bullshit, but I mean, come on, if it's a phase or if it's like a trend.
Oh yeah.
I mean.
It's sad how
it's just disrespectful, and it's really, really irresponsible. Very irresponsible. Because if you do truly believe in the power of the cards, you wouldn't be so willy-nilly with its powers. You just wouldn't.
Well, and there are people that will believe every word that comes out of your mouth.
There's people who still watch Ghost Adventures. Sorry, Darren.
You're talking
but there are people that will believe every word that comes out of your mouth, and every word that comes out of your mouth is canon, and it's not. There are people out there who will take you for everything that you've got.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks for the rest of us that are actually trying to help and trying to do this for the right reasons,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's so many various different answers that you can give to somebody, and just how you take it.
Yep, there are.
And that's Destination Fear, by the way, Ashley. That's my new favorite.
I got a new saying, guys.
What's that?
I said it on a show recently. I was on somebody's show, and I said it. I don't remember whose or what, but I heard it on Kim and Allison's REP Paranormal and Friends a couple weeks ago. Don't zack up the paranormal.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah,
I love it.
I heard that one.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
just like I like to say, not everybody's Teresa Caputo.
I love when Darren tries to get serious and make us behave.
Ha, yeah, it don't work.
No. It's working a little bit tonight because we're very mellow.
So,
all day.
have you regretted giving a reading to anybody? Has anyone threatened to kick your ass after a reading?
No.
Also, would you threaten to kick my ass? I'm a big bitch. You better talk that shit, be able to back it up. The fuck?
I had to say it. I mean, I just had to say it.
Everybody that I have given readings to, like I said, and I've reiterated it several times throughout the show, I have always started out with, this is my interpretation of this. This is what this is how I am reading the cards. And, I may be right, I may be wrong, I may be totally freaking way off. But you came to me looking for help. You came to me looking for answers. That is what I'm trying to give you. Mm-hmm. If there's an issue with it, you take it as you will. If you don't think that I did a good job, then don't ask me to read for you again.
Mm-hmm. I hear a cat.
Yes, that is my kitty cat. Well, mine is too.
No, I was saying it was me. No, my cat.
You're meowing? Can we just finish the show all meowing for the rest of the 15 minutes?
You don't want to hear mine.
You guys should hear all of my animal. You should hear all of my animal sounds. I'm pretty great at animal sounds.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
See, this is the one that was meowing.
Oh, God. Sorry. That's pretty.
Oh, shit. So what's going on in chat? Anything going on in chat?
Allison just left. Jennifer just said she has had someone swear at her and stop talking to her until things became obvious to her. So.
Yeah. No, I consider myself lucky that I have not ran into that.
No.
I have been called out on the whole, no, I don't think this is right, which, again, is how I turn around and go, well, this is what I'm given, and this is what it's telling me, so take it as you will.
So, another question I got brewing here is, how different is doing tarot card readings versus tree leaf readings and palm readings?
Tea leaves?
Yeah.
Did you just say tree leaves?
Yes, he did.
I might have, yeah. I'm not familiar with that
Excuse me.
reading side of stuff.
Well, they're totally different things. I mean, palmistry.
How much do you believe in that palmistry, though?
What's that?
How much do you believe in the palmistry? Do you find it more accurate versus tarot, or does that take you off to a whole different kind of path as to what your lines on your hands tell you?
It's totally different. I mean, there's some similarities to it, but I mean, palmistry, tea leaf reading, bones, runes, they're all the same type of thing as in divination-wise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a different form.
I was going to say, doesn't it more matter what the reader prefers, what works for the reader?
Yeah.
Rather than, like...
Yeah, because I can't do tea leaves. I don't understand it whatsoever. I have researched it and I have watched it being done, but I don't get it. I mean, I am right now still working on learning my runes. Mm-hmm. And that's a totally different, way of doing it than tarot cards.
Yeah.
I think Missy 5 does the tea leaf readings, doesn't she?
Who?
Missy from Paranormal 5?
I don't know. Jennifer, does Missy do rune readings? She would know. Somebody does, but I can't remember right now if it's her.
I know she's talked about it on her shows, but I mean, it's kind of a. I mean, is that really a new way of doing things? Is that like more of an up and coming?
No, that's an old way making its way back, isn't it?
Yeah. Runes, tea leaves, that type of thing. Tea leaves goes all the way back to ancient China.
Okay.
The runes are the Nordic and the Celtic tradition, and that dates way back. Palmistry, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't studied up enough on it. I mean, I know a little bit about it, but not enough to be giving my opinions on it because I've never done it.
Mm-hmm. My wife's done it at paranormal conventions.
But yeah, no, it's that, like Shay said, that's the older traditions coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Jen says that she hasn't heard Missy mention tea leaves. So
maybe it's just a show that she was talking with somebody.
Well, I think Ashley Connor was starting to try and read tea leaves, and I know Misty does runes.
Yes, I knew Misty did the runes. Somebody else was trying to do tea leaves. Sorry.
Ashley was starting to learn how to do tea leaves at one time. The one I can't get is coffee grounds. They actually do read coffee grounds.
That would throw me for a loop. Like,
yeah. No.
If I could read anything, it would be coffee grounds.
But yeah, I mean,
are you drawing lines in the sand?
That's the thing.
Well.
Alright, I'm just checking.
So, how much time we got left on our program here, Shay?
About 10 minutes. But I do want to say something before I forget.
Go ahead.
What?
That when you asked about announcements, I forgot to say, yes, this is wrapping up for a few months. I think, February?
Yes.
We'll be back in February. But Exploring the Unknown started back up. So you can hear my sarcastic, funny ass. I don't even try to control myself on that show at all. Sundays. And Shay's Paranormal Chat, I promise, really close to coming back. Just got to record the episode 1. And I already got a couple episodes already ready to go, so.
Woohoo!
Cool.
Yeah, I gotta end on time today because that's the other thing. I'm having my testing done tomorrow, so I gotta get up at the ass crack of dawn.
Ew.
Yeah, I have announcements. So now I can officially announce it because it finally premiered in the UK. But, motherfuckers, look out for The Broken Bow Asylum on Nick Groff's new season of Deathwalker on this podcast. When it gets picked up in the US, it'll be episode 2, season 2. It's going to be super awesome. Super excited about it.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. There you go.
How many days did you spend there? Like 3 days, 4 days?
3, and yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy. A lot of cool shit. A lot of good stuff.
That's awesome.
It is.
Cynthia, what do you got going?
Let's see. This weekend we've got the Davenport Expo, the Quad Cities. After that, I think we're pretty much done for a little while. We've got a bunch of things that we're trying to get put together in 2022. We are trying to put together a Hinsdale House expedition, so maybe we can get up Shay's way.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
And because Taylor and I have been talking, and Taylor wants to make it this whole week of doing different paranormal places. So I'm trying to research different places to go that we can squeeze into a week and not make it we're a day here, a day there, you know?
Yeah, that's a lot of drive involved in it.
Yeah.
It's more kind of like a 2-week adventure, really.
And we're also trying to work on McIntyre Villa and there was one other place. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, we've got a couple of other places in the works. I actually, and this is kind of a funny one, I'll try to make this quick. My mother, the last time I talked to her on the phone, my parents support me in this, but it's more of like a pat me on the head, that's cute type thing, right? My mother tells me that I need to probably check another bag when I'm going to Texas this year. Apparently, I get to do a home investigation when I'm down there.
Oh.
Yeah, she says, we'll even chip in for you to check an extra bag so you can bring your stuff. And I kind of double took and went, what? And she says, yeah, we've got a couple of people that want you to investigate their house. And I said, are you feeling okay? She's like, no, I'm fine. Why? And I was like, you don't follow this stuff.
And now it's in. Now she wants to be one of the cool kids.
Yep. So I get to do an investigation when I go to Texas in February.
Very cool.
So that'll be interesting. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much about it.
Mm-hmm. So on my end, there's really not much going on except for this is the season finale, and February will be season 2. So if you would like to have more different topics to cover, please send me an email or one of us from the Paranormal Buzz Radio webpage. And I might be going to Edinburgh in May. It all depends if the cards are right. But that's what I'm looking for my first investigation for 22.
Woot woot.
So,
that's
and
awesome.
it'll be not just a one-nighter, it'll be a 2-nighter.
Ooh. All right, guys, if you have no objection, you want to wrap up, unless you have anything else to say. I think Ashley wants to close us out with something very special here. Minders, this show is marked explicit for a reason.
Yes, it is.
Also, Shay picked this. Well, I picked the quote. Shay just picked the Elmo voice. I gave her a choice of Grover, Elmo, or Cookie Monster. So, Oh, wait. First, I got to show you my monkey one, because that was what I wanted to show you earlier. You ready?
Yep.
Telling you, I'm a fucking gorilla, yo. It's whatever. Anyway.
She's a chimpanzee.
Okay.
So, everyone, thank you for joining.
Well, no, hold on. That wasn't what I was doing, dude.
I know. You're closing up the show.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to do shout-outs. If he wants to close, and then we'll end with you. All right. Darren, you can give your little speech. We'll do Ashley in a second.
A little speech.
Oh, we'll do Ashley in a second.
I'll do Ashley in a second. You wish you could do Ashley.
For this first season of the Paranormal Bus Stop, and stop on by for season 2. And I want to thank you guys for hosting this show with me and putting up with my bullshit and my questions. And with that, Ashley, take it away.
I don't know if I can make it through this one with a straight face. Holy shit. Okay. It's been a long time since I've seen pubic hair up close and personal like this. I took it gently. Perhaps we'll keep this. Though it's no good for wax play.
On that note, good night all. Thank you for everybody that supported us all season. Oh,
Yes.
I can't do shout outs now.
See you next in chat.
Happy season, bitches!
Bye.
Bye, everybody.